you inhale, your body receives life. The air fills your lungs, and without it you cannot survive even a few minutes. Prayer is the same for your spirit. It is the breath of faith. Without it, your faith becomes weak, your vision fades, and your heart begins to settle for less than what God has promised. Just as you cannot store yesterday's breath for today, you cannot survive on yesterday's prayers. Every new day calls for a new breath, a fresh prayer, a living conversation with the one who holds your life. Prayer is not a ritual you perform out of duty. It is the lifeline that connects your heart to heaven. When you pray, you are not just speaking words into the air, you are declaring the will of God into the atmosphere. You are aligning your thoughts with His promises. You are breathing in His strength, His peace, His courage, and exhaling fear, doubt, and despair. Some will say, I pray, but nothing changes. Yet the truth is, prayer changes you before it changes your circumstances. It shapes your vision until you see with the eyes of faith. It strengthens your heart until the storms cannot shake you. And when you begin to declare what God has spoken, the invisible begins to take form. Your words, soaked in prayer, have the power to break chains, to open doors, to call things into existence that do not yet appear. Do not keep silent when your spirit is gasping for breath. Declare the truth even when the facts are against you. Say, I am healed while the pain still lingers. Say, I am provided for when the account is still empty. Say, my family will be restored when the distance feels impossible. Every declaration is a breath of faith, filling your spirit with the reality of God's promises. And as you live this way, prayer will no longer be an occasional act. It will become the rhythm of your life. Like breathing, it will flow without effort. In every moment, in every place, you will wake up with thanksgiving, walk through your day in conversation with God, and lay your head down at night, still breathing faith into the air. This is how you declare it, this is how you live it, and this is how your life becomes the proof that prayer is truly the breath of faith. When you carry prayer in your heart, it becomes the lens through which you see the world. Ordinary moments turn into divine encounters. A walk through the street can become a silent worship service. The sound of your own breath can remind you that you are never alone. You begin to see opportunities where others see dead ends. You sense peace in the middle of noise, and you recognize God's fingerprints in places where others see only chaos. Prayer pulls you out of the prison of self-reliance and places you into the freedom of divine partnership. You no longer strive to make things happen by your own strength, because you know the one who can move mountains with a word. Every step becomes lighter, not because the path is easy, but because you know you are not walking it alone. And with every prayer, your roots go deeper into His promises until no wind, no drought, no storm can uproot you. This is not just a discipline. This is life itself. Prayer is the constant exchange of your weakness for His strength, your uncertainty for His wisdom, your fear for His unshakable love. And as long as you keep breathing that prayer, your spirit will never run out of life. There will be moments when you stand at the edge of a challenge so vast it feels like the ground beneath you might give way. In those moments, the breath of faith becomes your anchor. Each prayer you release is like a rope tying you to the promises of God, holding you steady when everything around you shakes. You speak not because you see the way forward, but because you trust the one who leads you. And as you keep walking step by step, your prayers clear a path where there was none. Doors that were bolted shut begin to open, and the walls that seemed unmovable start to crumble. In time, you look back and realize it was not your strength that brought you through, but the steady rhythm of prayer carrying you from the impossible into the fulfilled. There will be days when silence feels heavy, when the heavens seem closed, and your words echo back to you unanswered. Yet even then, the breath of faith must not cease. Whisper your prayers if you cannot shout them. Let them rise like a steady flame in the darkness. For in the unseen, they are gathering power like seeds hidden in the soil, preparing to break through in due season. And when the time comes, what was sown in faith will rise in beauty and strength. You will see that every quiet moment of prayer was building a future you could not yet imagine, and you will stand amazed at how faithfully God was weaving your story all along. There will be nights when tears soak your pillow and you feel utterly alone, yet even then every tear is gathered, every cry is heard. Heaven bends low to listen to the brokenhearted. Your prayers are not forgotten. They are stored like precious treasure, ready to be poured out in the perfect time. Faith is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to cling to hope when everything in you screams to let go. You will walk through valleys where shadows seem endless, but prayer will be your light. You will face storms that roar with fury, but prayer will be the calm within you. You will encounter mountains too high to climb, but prayer will be the wind that lifts you. The world may mock, doubts may whisper, fear may tighten its grip, but each breath of faith pushes back the darkness. In the unseen, battles are fought on your behalf. Angels are dispatched. Doors are being prepared to open. Chains are loosening in ways you cannot yet perceive. And there will come a day when suddenly what you prayed for, what you declared in faith, will break forth like dawn after the longest night. You will stand in awe, not because the miracle came easily, but because you will remember every moment you chose to believe against all odds. So keep breathing, keep declaring, keep living as though the promise is already yours. For prayer is not merely a request, it is the relentless heartbeat of faith, the bridge between your need and God's power, the very breath that keeps your spirit alive until the day your eyes see what your heart has always known.